What is going on, guys? It's your boy LOZA, but I'm here with this guy.
What it do, what it be? We burden today.
This man be burden. You want to show us your burb list?
Yes, this is my current bird list pre-branded. We don't have branded Despia stuff in Australia yet, so
Why
this
not?
is... Look. We don't have all the updated stuff here, so this is the current list I'm running with. This is close to the list I took to Central and came third at Central Regionals. So it's a good list, it works, it functions, but with a couple of additions, so throw this on the Dark Magician channel, why not?
Yeah, baby.
Let's get straight into it. Hey, let's do the bird thing.
Sheesh.
First up, 3 Rubina, 3 Eglin, 2 Shree and a Toucan. This is not, this is not interesting. This is like where we have been on these ratios for ages. It just works. Street is still really good. DP is still in the format. There's still a bunch of stuff in the format that you really like to off-turn banish from your opponent's boards, even in based and stuff like this. There's just so many good targets for Street that I still like to keep it at 2. I wish this was better. It comes up, and I want to play 3 of them because it's a toucan. But he look at you upside down. But yeah, not super interesting. As I said, it's super standard. It's where we've been for ages. One best card in the deck.
Yep.
Is, seriously.
Why don't you play 3? Team Sam said play 3.
Yes, you should play 3 because what if it gets punched over and then you want to normal it again?
It's true.
But seriously, sometimes, this gets set up on top of these guys, and honestly, it is so hard for people to have this board at so many different times.
Oh yeah.
Any decks that rely on links can't play. Any decks that can't do more than just normal and attempt to hit over it can't play.
Yeah, this will be good in the branded format too.
They just
what are they going to do?
Don't really get to do anything with this. So going on to our big birds, yes, we play 2 M-Pen. 2 M-Pen, honestly, I don't blame people for playing 1. I have just found 2 come up a lot. Breaking boards with it come up a lot. There are a lot of cases where my opponent will eventually try and break a board, will go a bit long, and as soon as it comes down, they realize everything that they put in attack just can't activate, and they have a really bad time. The other, I play 1 Apex and 1 Riser. Again, no more than this is needed. In really long grind games, sure, sometimes it can come up, but on a consistency basis, these are your bricks, so you just don't want to see them. You'd rather search.
Oh, you play 4 bricks too?
I also play 4 bricks. Except this is sometimes not a brick because when you get your Eglin negated, you just normal over anyway, and they go, oh, I'm very sad now.
That's true.
It's very Alistar on Invocation-esque.
I feel that.
In terms of hand traps, the monster hand traps, we play 3 Ash and 3 fat turn skips.
Oh.
Honestly, this guy is so good.
Oh, yeah.
It's so good. There are so many games where people just skip their turn, or they try and droll me, or they try and ogre me, or they just try and do stupid stuff that they can't do under this. There are so many decks that just can't function, and a lot of cards that can't function under it. Ash, I have just found, is my favorite hand trap of the current format. There is a 100% argument for ogre. I wouldn't blame you. This can be changed to your preference.
But can't you Ash under Shifter, but you can't ogre?
You can Ash under Shifter, which is why I like it a lot.
That's another great reason, yeah.
Going into the spells, 3 map, card's insane.
Oh, yeah.
I am going to be honest, people are ogering it a lot, which is the respected demands. However, people are starting to ogre it a lot, but it's
just the format hand trap,
though. 3 best card in the deck.
Oh, yeah.
I think I said that about Stormwind as well, but this is actually the best card of the deck. It fixes hands, it dodges hand traps, whatever you want it to do, it can do. There was a couple of times, win in time. There are a couple of times where I get Lanciered and I chain this to Lancia and it fixes the hand. There's a bunch of times it's come up where I get standby phase Lanciered, I go cool, chain, advent, banish a card, it doesn't matter what it is, normally Eglin or something like this. Go get the piece I need, and then yes, I lose my resources to the grave when it happens, but I get to build a board. I still get to go M-Pen statue. It still works, rather than you going, well, I pass, I guess. Also, such as map, if your board gets negated for some reason and you don't have the second normal summon, it can go get you map and then fix it, which is another
true. I
reason
forget
why.
It can get map.
Yes.
Great.
This is, again, a reason why I play this over Book of Moon, but we'll get that to it later. We'll get to it later.
Oh, boy. This man hates Book of Moon.
Listen. Consistency cards. If you have Prosperity, play Prosperity. I haven't so far seen too many scenarios where 2 cards have been relevant. There have been once or twice where I get a Imperm and another card and I can just negate a Baron, play through it, or negate a random whatever and just play through it. So the second card has come up, but Prosperity is probably better over more games. So if you have access to it, just play it.
It's a lot more money though.
A Terraforming for consistency.
Yep.
And a Mine. Mine is something new to the deck. I saw it played in Charlotte, I think, was the YCS. This is sick. This just works so well in the deck. It works so well in the deck. You can get it through Terraforming. Playing one's fine. I side a second one just in case. But there are so many situations where if worst case scenario, you open really badly, they negate everything, and you just have like an Egglin on board or a Binner on board, you slap it down, say stop. The other scenario comes up if going second, your opponent does set up quite a board, being able to play it and then pretty much just play your entire game because you only need 2 slots to play your game. You never need to go wider than that. So a lot of the time, if your opponent goes super wide or it's a prank Brave board or a Brave board or a PK board or whatever it might be, you can put down Mine, start playing with your 2 normal summons, and then Rise them or M-Pen them and just break the board until they can not respond. And then you just put map over it and laugh all day.
That's the funny part.
Yeah, you just slap a map over it. Doesn't matter.
Map.
1 Stormwind. No, 1 Unexplored Winds and 1 Dreaming Town. These are just the 2 one-offs in the deck. This is absolutely insane. This is so good to open. I have considered the second one because when you open it and you search the Dreaming Town, there's almost no way your opponent can play through it. The destruction or the send off this and this, it's not good. You flip your opponent's stuff face down and then contribute it. I have not seen a situation where I set up my board and I open this, or I set up half my board and open this and I don't win the game. It's so uncommon. Also, if you don't extrav and you need to fix your hand and you open too many big birds, even, as I said, because Ryza and Apex Avion are both winged beasts, if you brick, you can use these to put them back in the deck, draw 2 cards. It has come up a lot where if I don't need the trap or whatever with whatever I'm playing, I go get Unexplored Winds, put M-Pen and Avion back in the deck, draw little birds, even draw hand traps, stuff like this is just nice.
Very nice.
To the rest of the traps, there aren't many. You just play Imperm. Yep. LOZ is on the same thing. Imperm's just so good this format.
It's cool.
You said it. It's not once a turn. What else do you want?
Oh, yeah.
The 40th card is consistency. Yeah. I have the only argument I had was potentially Gold Sark. I think I actually might test it. I haven't tested it enough to say it's better than this. I do just like playing 39 cards.
Yeah. I guess you could say, the Sark could be better just because the upstart.
It can fix hands. It can sometimes.
Extrav.
Yes. Yeah. It can sometimes fix hands as well, where you have an Egglin and you don't want it to get negated, so you have to put something in the banish, and you don't have anything to put in the banish until it happens. If you map for Egglin, it's not great. So you Gold Sark first, then map, banish Egglin, go for it.
Okay, cool.
That's for the main deck. The 2 cards, so Gold Sark. If you would like to test it out, I'm going to in the future. I played it pre-Battle of Chaos and it was really good, so I would recommend it. This I will talk about very briefly. There is 2. I've tested it now. I've tested it online at 2 and at 3. Yes, it does good things. It does do good things. It can work. I've just found over a huge number of games, the 3 things that it does is dodge a hand trap, which Advent does so much better. It also can't, as I said, Advent is just better in the standby phase against Lancia. It's better because it doesn't just flip the monster face down. Advent adds you a card as well. So you're dodging the hand trap and adding a card. It's just strictly better. Off-turn interaction, setting this and protecting your barrier statue, the trap does it. It already does it. You don't need this. The only argument I've seen for it is it's not bad when your opponent has a Griffin or a Baron or something where you just go, book it. Play my game. That can come up, sure, and that's why I don't mind it. I just have found it bricks more times than it's useful, and I take it out of the deck. If a card in my deck bricks more times than it's useful, as good as it might be, I just take it out. That's just my deck theory in building. If you want to play it because it can come up and it can do things that other cards can't, in terms of just saying, negate this, move on. It doesn't do anything against Dragoon, unfortunately.
Yep.
Just saying. Just saying. But if you like it, play it. If you were to play it, I would probably play it at 2. All right,
that's fine.
Extra deck. I didn't even take it out of my deck box, but I can show you. It's not even in an order. I don't care. Don't play an extra. No, okay. I've never gone into this extra deck except for once, and what I did was this. Where are you?
Bird.
I did this in defense and said pass. Because it is unaffected by other card effects, and then once a turn it can't be, for the rest of the turn it can't be destroyed by battle. I used it to stall because we were both in a complete gridlock and neither myself or my opponent was playing. So I just did this and said pass. I have a Zeus package here. It's technically correct. If you want to play a Zeus package, play a Zeus package.
Seems right.
You can play all of these cards that are good to send just in case you get sent.
Yeah,
but
you might
honestly,
get Maximus.
In regionals, online, 150, 200 games online, it's never come up. So I have a very basic side deck here, which will change going into branded format, but these are just really good cards to play. Dark Smorg. This deck, it loses so hard to Elder Lich, especially if they go first. If you are versing a lot of heavy traps, you lose. You lose the game. So, search Smorg, play Smorg. They're not allowed to set. They have to open the Goldie, and then you
Game one.
Fisher, I've said this on my channel as well. Fisher's crazy. Not only, so you think about it and you go, okay, you go first, you play this, ha ha ha, like, sure, it's good. Going second, I side this in. Because depending on what deck it's against, especially if against this entire format of Prank Brave, you slamming this down against Prank, they go, oh, my deck's off.
Yep.
They can't tribute their stuff. And they can't chain to it because, again, it still gets banished. They have to Griffin it. If you've played, if you've negated the Griffin and that you put this down, their entire deck turns off. But again, just going first, it's insane.
Yeah, 100%.
People banishing cards is rough for them. 2 Cyclone, I might play 3 depending on the format, but I just found the third one didn't come up and I wanted space for other stuff. Cards generically very
That's
good.
fine.
3 Dark Ruler, please. Sometimes there are boards that have too many negates on them and the birds can't do the bird thing. Unfortunately, we get 2 negates and then we kind of just stop. So if we can't dodge them or turn them off, we stop.
Oh yeah.
3 Storm, again, just get rid of these back row decks. They really hurt me. I can't play under it. It hasn't come up too often to break boards of monsters. Sometimes it's okay. Because it can do both, I like it over puppies and stuff like this, so it's just good. Very, very generic.
Card good.
The second mine, it has come up a lot. I sided in a lot, especially going second, I sided in a lot. There are, unfortunately, at locals especially, I don't want to play like this. I don't want to go to locals and go, okay, I won game 1, now I'm going to sit here and mindstall. It's just kind of garbage, but at a regionals, I would definitely do this. I'd start the second one in, say go. If they don't have an out, laugh at them.
Oh, 100%.
And then for the traps, we got macro, again, just send everything. Get it all gone. I do not want people to play with their graves. Bug it off. Yes, look, sometimes it gets Lancet on top of and you kind of just...
that's alright. That's alright.
And then this should be Harpies. I was playing this in last format.
Oh, yeah, the Harpies.
Yeah, I was playing this last format. It was really, really cool, and I really, really liked it, especially when Sword Soul was super prevalent. You just say Synchros and then you laugh.
I mean, you could say Fusion in the new format.
Yes, very true.
Wait for them to play like Branded Fusion or Invocation or whatever they're playing, and then just be like, Fusion, and congrats, they go next.
Also, randomly, this comes up when you are mid-game. I set 2 once because I drew 2, used 1 on 1 turn, and then went into my turn. My opponent did stuff, we kept going, I just didn't activate it, and then we got a couple turns down the road. He tries to activate an extra deck effect monster, and I go,
hey,
this?
D-barrier.
And you can't activate the effect, and he went, oh, okay. So yeah, it can come up. But that's it for the deck. Again, it's a very good budget option. If you like budget decks, the Riser just got reprinted. It was the most expensive card in the deck.
Yeah, baby.
Play it. Again, Prosperity if you want to upgrade. But other than that, again, it's done really well in pretty much all locals. I'm sitting 3-1-ish. Should be 4-0, but I misplay. And then regionals as well. I've done very, very good at the big events I've gone to. So absolutely play it. It keeps doing well at YCS as well. It will be an absolute ghost of this format. If Branded can't deal with it, just laugh at them behind a barrier statue.
True.
Like and subscribe. Comment that you think Book of Moon is good. I will not look at the comment or care. So have fun. All right. See you guys.
Thanks, Blake.
No worries.
See ya.
Fucking Book of Moon.